And I believe we are recording. So I'm going to immediately get myself out of the way and pass this over to my partner in crime, Lisa Coco. And by the way, in case we forget to tell you guys, we're no longer starfish, we're sharks. So let's just go on and say that and get that out of the way. Okay, Lisa Corcoran, take it away.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for being on with us tonight. This is so exciting, seeing all of these faces joining us for our next go-around of our 90-day run. So Dina and I were talking today, and for the crew that has been doing our run for the past 90 days, you guys know Dina and I talk every day, and we decide together how we're going to do things. And today it was funny because we decided that we were going to switch off and we were going to switch our roles as what we like to call good cop, bad cop. And what I'm actually going to do tonight is I'm going to talk a little bit to not just the existing runners, but everybody that is new that is joining us. So I want to welcome all of you. We have had a really, really phenomenal past almost 90 days. We've built really great relationships with each other. We've gotten very, very close as a group, and we're really excited to welcome more people to do what we've been doing for the past 90 days. So what I want to do tonight is I want to share a little bit about really how I feel this run that we're working on completing now, how it's really helped us together as a group. And one of the things that I want to say is I think that one of the biggest things, if you ask any of our participants, one of the biggest things that they're going to say that they took away from this is understanding the importance of consistency. And if you guys have been running with us, will you give me a nod if you agree with that? Because I think that most people are probably nodding right now. I would say that a lot of these people have already known what to do, a lot of the activity, but were not necessarily holding themselves accountable or having somebody hold them accountable to those activities every single day. And for others, there were some newer people that participated with us that just necessarily didn't know what to do every single day. And I would say that the tracker that we've used has given people some really valuable activities that you can use on a day-to-day basis to build your business in a way where you're being productive and you're not just doing busy stuff. We all know that there are income producing activities, and then there's all the other stuff that sometimes we do when we think we're busy and we think we're working, but at the end of the day, we're like, what did I really do that is going to move my business forward? So I think that we have helped establish what those activities need to be, but also how consistently they need to be done. Would you guys agree with that? Good. The other thing that I think that our run has provided our group, and I am going to speak for myself right now. We all know that there are good times and there are bad times. There are ups and downs in business. Would you all agree with that as well? And I think that one of the important things that has come in this run is learning from each other that no one is exempt from that, okay? That we all have our good times and our bad times, our ups in our businesses and our downs in our businesses. Whether we've been at this for 15 years, like some of us, or whether we're brand new and we're just getting started in this industry. Ups and downs are normal. They are something that we're never going to get away from, okay? So they should be expected. But one of the things I think that we have done together as a group over the past 90 days is we've learned how to deal with them. We've learned how to pull through them. And when the people are up, they're helping the ones that are down. When some others are down, they're realizing that they can get back up because the other person that was down before, well, they're back up now. Would you guys agree with that? And another thing that I think that everybody has really learned is every single week we have had different people speak on our Zooms, every week we've had somebody new voices, whether they are, again, leaders in our group or brand new people that have just gotten started with us within the past couple months. We have had some people that, you know, have had life happen and they kind of fell off the wagon and they came back in. We have seen all walks of life have success over the past 90 days. This group has heard from all of them, and they all have their own unique way of saying that the consistent message has been keep moving forward. Would you guys agree with that? Okay. So I think overall, we've all learned so much. We've all learned from each other. We've learned great, fabulous tips on how to build this business, fabulous just growth, and really, really great ways of understanding more about what this industry really, really is. And we've done it, and we've done it together. And that, to me, has been probably the best part. And, you know, in seeing some of these new people come out and shine over the past 90 days, Dina and I remember in the very beginning, we had said, our goal here is to find new shining stars, new baby sharks. And you all, we found some. We have found some incredible sharks. And what I'm here to share with you tonight is, you know, that's my takeaway as a leader, but also somebody building a personal business. This group has done just as much for me as it has, I think, for the brand new person, because we need to be consistent too. And I can't say enough how proud I am of the faces that are on the Zoom tonight that have shown up every single Monday night for the past 11 weeks. You've been here, and you guys are going to be the ones that are going to move forward like crazy and keep running. And you've established fabulous new habits, and you understand the fundamentals of this business. And we're here now to extend that to help more people be able to do it. So thank you for all of you who have been running for the past 90 days. We are getting ready to show the rest of this crew how a horse eats corn. And you guys know, coming from Philly, that sounds hilarious when I say it, but I love that saying. So what I want to do now is I want to get out of the way, and I'm going to introduce a couple of the sharks that have come from the Philly crew that are just absolutely unbelievable people. And the first one that I want to introduce is an amazing platinum director too, who has really, really, in my opinion, come into her own. She is one of the most energetic, fun, supportive leaders that has been a part of this group since day one. And she has really, really grown and shown so much progress. And I have no doubt that this year, this woman is going to cross the stage as an elite. I have absolutely no doubt. Amber Brill, it's all yours, girl.
Sure. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Okay, good. I'm like looking around, like, who's she talking about? But you're right. I'm definitely crossed that stage as elite. So for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Amber Brill. I am part of Lisa Corcoran's organization. I have to reiterate something that Lisa just said, and I will say I thought I was consistent. I really did before I started this run, and it kind of showed me how inconsistent I was on some activity that I really should have been focusing on a little bit more. I didn't realize how much I personally needed the consistency and to be a part of all these amazing people that were literally so like-minded. Like, we're all like-minded in the company. We're here for the same purpose, but this group is on such a path to really, really make it big. It's been a true inspiration. So personally, myself, I would say that it's definitely helped me focus like I never thought I could, and to be organized. You know, I knew that I wanted to get this many conversations a day and make sure I was adding and tagging this many people a day. That was really, really important to me. And it really brought my personal sales back to where they were, because I got inconsistent for a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I stepped back a little bit and just wasn't doing the daily activities like I was. And I've definitely seen growth from that. But on top of that, to not talk about myself, I want to talk about the people that on my team did this run with me this past 90 days. I had 4 people that decided to do this last 90-day run. And out of those 4 people, 3 out of 4, which I think is amazing odds, blew my mind, rank advanced. And honestly, every single person, all 4, stuck it till the very end. None of them gave up, and 3 of them even decided to do it again. They were like, oh, no, I'm not quitting. Like, I'm going to do this again. This is so much fun. Why would I stop? And I'm like, first I looked at them and I'm like, really? You're going to go another 90 days? Like, that's awesome. So they obviously all really, really benefited from it. And I think we're going to have another one rank advanced by the end of, you guys, we still have 10 days left in this month. So we're still experiencing, things from our 90-day run, and will be for the next couple months. All the work that we've put in is going to keep paying off through April and May even. Let's see, what else did I want to say? Yeah, so my biggest thing is the rank advancements. That's huge. Like, to see these, I've seen people grow into people that, went from not wanting to do lives to speaking on Zooms and claiming MVP spots. I had, I think, 2 or 3 different MVPs that, totally rocked and ran Zooms on Monday nights. They never thought they would be doing that before, and they did great, totally out of their comfort zone. And really, truly, if I could say anything to each and every one of you that are on this call tonight, is to stick with it through the very end, because you're not going to see instant results. That's not what happens. Nothing's instantly gratifying. But the work that you do in April is going to show up, maybe it will show up in April, but a lot of times it'll show up in May, and it's going to keep paying forward and forward and forward. So when you jump in, stick with it. I will tell you, my team's excitement from the ones that did this first 90 days, I have 14 people on my team that are doing this 90-day run now. So obviously their excitement and their success has spread like wildfire, and we're pumped. Like, we can't wait to do it again. We're ready to rock it. So that's it, guys. Stick with it, and let's do this.
Thank you. Thank you, Amber. Awesome job. You guys, she really isn't kidding when she said that she has had in her group an incredible amount of people, but that they did claim a handful of our MVP spots. Like, that group is not messing around. So it's been really, really fun working with them. So I'm going to introduce to you somebody else that's in a different part of our organization, a whole different story, but this one really touches me because she's somebody that has had some life happen over the past couple months, and will tell you what this run has done for her, and how not only has it kept her in the game, but it's also encouraged her to realize that she is capable of even better, bigger and better things. And I think that this is going to be one of our new up and coming directors. So I'm going to introduce our next speaker, Brandy Fox.
Hi guys. First I want to say, wow, Amber is a really tough act to follow. So if I wasn't nervous before, I am now. But thank you, Lisa. I'm Brandy Fox from Downingtown, Pennsylvania, Team Philly Mob. And I was the MVP earner winner 2 weeks ago. And I got to tell you guys, first of all, that's an amazing feeling. When you earn that and accomplish that and have that recognized, it's amazing, and just fuels your fire and re-energizes. So that in and of itself is just worth running for. It just really like sets you on fire. But my biggest takeaway from the 90-day run was really, don't give up. Even when life gets in the way, don't give up, because I'm here to tell you and show you what can happen when you don't. Because trust you me, I wanted to give up a lot, because life really got in the way for me. And because of this incredible team and teammates and leaders that we have y'all wouldn't let me. You all encouraged me. So I kept going. And guess what? My business is on fire, and I'm so thankful for that. I mean, I'm living proof of what happens when we don't give up. What we do now pays off down the road. If it's not tomorrow or next week, it's next month or the month after that, but it's so worth it. If you quit, you're not going to get there. You're not going to see what can happen with that daily consistency, and just keep going. If you have a bad day, shake it off. Pick yourself up, start over the next day. That's what's great about our business, is we can keep going. But if you quit, you're never going to get there. So it's so worth it. Get in this run and keep going. And the other takeaway I have from this is that we have amazing leaders on this team and teammates. We don't have to know everything. We just have to know where to go to get the answers. So if you have a weakness, if you have trouble finding customers, or maybe your weakness is building a team, reach out and reach up to these leaders and your teammates that are having those strengths and those successes, and ask the questions and ask for help, because I promise you, they want to help, and they will help if you ask and you listen to their advice. If we don't speak up and ask, they can't help us. And the thing that sets us apart, I think, on this team is that these leaders lead by example, and that their hearts are in it for us, and they want us to be successful. I have somebody else that recently reached out to me within the company and told me how jealous she is, because she watches our team, you guys, and she doesn't have the support that we all have and the leadership. And she just says that our team is such an inspiration and is on fire. So use us, guys. Reach out to everybody. If you don't believe in yourself, find someone who will. Reach out to me. I'll cheer you on. I'm a really good cheerleader because I've had that, and I've learned that from these leaders. And I wouldn't be here tonight if I gave up. So keep going, guys. Get in this run. Link arms with everybody. Be consistent and run for it, because we can all win together. Thank you, Lisa, and thank you, Dina.
Thank you, Brandy. You are amazing. You guys, that's just two of our team members that were from the Philly side sharing what this has done. And both of you, Amber and Brandy, have been just incredible to be a part of and to work with. And I can't wait for the next 90 days. So Dina, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, thanks, guys. And I'm so proud of those guys. It's like they're my babies too. Okay, so I'm going to introduce a couple of people from the Mafia who are going to bring you a couple of nuggets as to how it's changed their business. So this lady that I'm going to introduce to you, I'm not sure that many of you know, but you will know very shortly, because we did this run because we wanted to find the cream that rises to the top, and find that talent that is in our organization that we didn't even know we had right underneath us. And that's exactly what happened, because this girl right out of the gate was the very first MVP. And I told her today when I asked her to speak, I said, I get so many messages from people that love watching you on the weekly Zoom, because look at her. Her name is Lisa Wild. Her smile is so big and contagious. And she just came from literally out of nowhere. I can remember back in October, this girl, she was done. I mean, she was just getting to silver for her was so hard that she wasn't sure she wanted to do this. And then she began to find some rhythm, and she jumped into this run. And the very first week of MVP, I think she got something crazy like 2,000 customer pods the very first month. It was insane. So Lisa Wilds, I'm extremely proud of you, and I'm so glad that you're part of this run. Please bless these people and tell them how it's changed you and your business.
Oh, hi everybody. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, thank you, Dina, for that amazing introduction. Holy wow, thank you. Yes, I cannot tell a lie ever. It's all over my face. But I have never done a 90-day run before. When I won the first MVP, to say that I was shocked and surprised would be an understatement. Just knowing the people who are on here, I've been in the business for a long time, and with Mudir, and I kind of didn't really know what I was doing.
Lisa,
sort of. What?
We can barely hear you.
Can you not hear me? Oh, wait. Can you hear me now?
It's a little better. Just talk louder.
Oh boy, I can talk louder. Does that work? Okay. Sorry about that. So I have never done a 90-day run before, ever, anything like this. When they first announced it, I was like, all right, let me check it out and I'll see what it is. And then after they did the first introductions to tell us about, and then they told us that we weren't allowed to quit, I was like, crap, because once I do something, I can't quit, especially if someone tells me I can't quit. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. So when they announced that I was the first MVP, and then they told us that we had to talk to people, and it was crazy, like over 100 people in this call. And I'm like, seriously, I have to say something out? And here's what a lot of people don't know. So I'm on the Memphis Mafia, but I live an hour from Philly. I have never met anybody on my team other than through here. I've never hugged them or said hello. I don't know any of them. They are spectacular, though. Anytime I've ever reached out, it's been amazing. And in saying that, when I first told people that from the Philly Mob, 2 people from their team immediately reached out to me, and I even met up with Diane. We had lunch, and just to say, hey, welcome to this run, and that was phenomenal. And I was like, wow. So what has this 90-day run done for me? Just about everything. It has held me accountable. It has made my business grow, regardless of what I do or don't do, for that matter, because I have to stick with it, because I have to fill out that form. Because if you don't check everything off the form, well, then how do you not do that? So there's so much pressure. Not really. I'm just kidding. But the most important thing, I think, with like filling those things out and being consistent, that's just kind of stuff you do for yourself in the business. But what I got more out of this was the relationships with the people on this team. And it didn't matter who I reached out to. I reached out because sometimes I didn't even know if they were on my team or not. So I just reached out to anybody. But just to ask them a question or say congratulations or, hey, how did you do this? And people just shared every idea they had or what worked for them without hesitation. And I put the little pieces together. Sometimes I took the whole bit, what they did, and took it, or I took what would work for me because of how I am and what kind of person I am and stuff like that. So this has been amazing. So when you decide to do this 90-day run, do it. Don't quit, because you're not allowed anyway, by the way, just saying. But reach out to anybody on this team, and you will be amazed at how much you can do and how much it changes you personally as well. You'll be that was a big surprise for me, and I'm very grateful for it. So thank you, Dina. Thank you, Lisa, and both team, Memphis Mafia and Philly Mob. I love you all, really.
Aww.
I appreciate everything y'all do.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And the reason you guys see how amazing she is, and do you see that she didn't know anybody, and she was ready to quit, and she decided to do the run, and you see what happened. And so she found all these family members. So that's what I want you to know, is that it's a commitment. And Lisa, I'm just so dang proud of you, and your future, the sky's the limit. So great job. Thank you so much. So the next person that I'm going to bring on here, you probably are not going to be surprised, because right now, if this girl tripped and fell, she'd land on somebody and they'd sign up under her. So that person is Paige Bingham, and she is absolutely, I don't know if she has time to stop signing people up to get on this call, but Paige, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me good?
I am, girl. Take it away.
Okay, awesome. So, Lisa, I have to say to you that I told Dina earlier today, and she can vouch for it, you always are the person that ends up on my screen when we're on these Zooms. And I told her, I'm like, I love watching Lisa's face. Like, you are so intent. I mean, you can just see the focus in your face. So I love watching you on the Zoom. You're on my screen again. So, I mean, we get forward to a screen, and you're always on my screen. So, great job, Amber. Great job, Lisa. Everybody, Brandy, everybody killed it. So I do have notes a little bit that I'm going to have to look at, because, y'all, my team is on fire. I have been on three-way text, three-way message threads, game plan calls all day long. And it's from the run, y'all. It's from the run. This is stuff that is all coming to fruition because of what we've done the last few months. And so, Dina, if you can't ever hear me, give me you're on my screen, so let me know, okay? So what I want to start out by saying is that if you're here on this call, okay, you're probably meant to be here, okay? I totally believe that everything happens for a reason, and you are definitely on this call for a reason. You're not here by accident. And so what I want to ask you is this. You have dreams. We all have dreams, right? Everybody has dreams. We start dreaming from the time that we're a kid. You're here. Some people are here because they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? You're sick of being on the hamster wheel. You want more. You're not satisfied. Some people are here because you want more security for your family. I'm probably here for a little bit of all that, and more. So am I right? Give me a thumbs up. I mean, who's here for some of those reasons? I mean, right? We're all here for some of those reasons. So what I want to say is that this run is not going to be for everybody. Okay. We know that. And we need you to know that, because here's the thing. This run is going to make you be very, very consistent. It's going to keep you on track. And sometimes we all have a hard time being on track, right? Even I do. Sometimes I get caught up in that Facebook scroll. And that Facebook scroll, y'all, makes me $0. And so what I want to say is that this is going to teach you to do the right activities, okay? A lot of times we get in the business and we bring people in the business, and they really just don't know exactly what it is they need to be focusing on to have a successful business. This run is going to teach you exactly what to do to have a successful business. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts. It's going to teach you exactly what you need to do. And so don't get caught up in the scroll. A lot of times we do activities and we think that we're doing things that are growing our business, organizing our desk, doing the Facebook scroll thing, reading what other people are posting. Y'all, that's making us this, okay? Nobody wants to make this. We're making $0 by doing some of that stuff. So what this run is going to teach you to do is it's going to teach you to focus on the high payoff activities. And the high payoff activities, y'all, they make you money. They put commas in your paycheck. They change your family's life. And so those are the things that you're going to learn to do with this run. This 90-day run, here's the other thing. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. This is my team. Look, Sheila's calling me. So this 90-day run is only going to work if you work. Bottom line, okay? This isn't a miracle. This isn't something you're just going to jump in here and it's just going to work. I mean, you have got to put in the work, okay? But I promise you this, if you put in the work and you follow this tracker and you do these high payoff activities, it's gonna work. And I want to show y'all something before I go to the next thing, because I kind of left this out. So when I say know why you're here, you literally have to know why you're here. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts. Why are you in Modere? Why did you say yes to this opportunity? You have to know that, like, beyond a doubt. Because like the other girls have said, everybody has days they want to quit, y'all. We all have days that we want to quit. And so let me show you what keeps me going. And I did a live today, and y'all should go watch it because I talk about confidence. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I just want y'all to see this is my dream board. And I've had this for a long time. And I know you can't see everything on it, but I'm showing you because this is what I see every day when I get in that office in there. My office is my dining room to go to work. This is it. And this is what I work for. These things on this board. And you have to know that. You have to know that beyond a doubt, because if you know what you're working for, you're never going to quit, and you're going to do what it takes to get there. And so what this run, I want to go over my time. So what this run has done for me and my team, unbelievable, y'all. I mean, just literally unbelievable. So this team has brought on, during just this run alone, 31 new social marketers. Y'all, it's my team. It's not me. These people are on freaking fire, and they're in this run. And that's why they're doing this stuff, because they're doing the activities that are bringing on these social marketers. 31 new social marketers since January. I wish I could tell you how many. Like, look, we brought on 2 or 3 today. I mean, seriously, numerous customers. I wish there was a way that I could track that. I need to learn that, because I would really, Don Creek can probably teach me that. I really want to know how many customers everybody brought on. But even more so than that, y'all, the confidence that these people have, you could not shake it with a stick. I'm telling you, you could not move us with a stick. They are so confident, and this run has taught them confidence. It's taught them what they're capable of if they do the right activity. Let me see what else I have written down real quick. I'm almost done. Okay, so we're starting a new 90-day run. It's going to go April, May, June. This run has completely changed my business. And what I can tell you is that I am very confident about where this next 3 months is going to take me, without a doubt. And y'all, I'm not trying to brag. I'm not. I work very, very hard. I work so hard. I get up early. I stay up late. I do the right activities. Sometimes I get caught up in the scroll, but I can tell you that I'm not stopping until I walk that stage as an elite. And that's happening soon. And I plan on it to happen within this next 3-day run. I mean, 3-day, good night, 90-day run. And so I'm not doing anything on this team that anybody on here is not capable of. I promise you that. I'm not doing anything any different than what you're going to learn to do in this 90-day run. All you have to do is commit. All you have to do is stay focused. And all you have to do is do the right activity. And look, we can all sit back and admire the people that are where we want to be. I admire Lisa Corcoran. I admire the Creeks. I admire Brianna. I admire Dina. But y'all, look, they did it. And so guess what that tells me? It's possible, right? Because they did it. So I'm not going to admire them anymore. I'm going to go catch up with them. And so that's what you have to do. And that's the mindset that you have to have. You have to know where you're going, and you have to know how you're going to get there. And so I think that's pretty much what I have. Hold on. Look, you know I have to have my glasses on. Okay, so just remember why you're here, because look, there's days that are going to be tough. There's days that things are not going to work out your way. Life hits everybody, y'all. Life's hit me hard several times. That's a whole nother Zoom. But no matter what, let me tell you, I never, ever, ever take my foot off the gas pedal. And Dina taught me that. I watch Dina. She has never, ever, ever taken her foot off the pedal. And let me tell you, she's where I want to be, and so that's who I'm following. And so that's what you have to do. Find that person that is where you want to be, and hang on to those coattails. Talk to them, build that relationship, because y'all, we have an opportunity here that is, I mean, beyond anything I think any of us can really grasp. And what's coming down the pipeline, y'all, is amazing. I mean, it's just going to get so much better from here. So commit, stay committed. Don't quit, and just get in there and do the daggum thing, because your family's counting on you. I'm done.
Okay. Do y'all see why? I think how many trios did you drink today? Right? Okay. Thank you, Paige. I mean, y'all, literally, I'm not even kidding you. Both of our sons are going to the University of Memphis in the fall, and I have to say, Paige, go register your son. Set down the Modere and go register your son, because there's no plan B. There's absolutely no plan B. And I tell you, if you get that attitude, you can all do the same thing. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. So how many of you want to know what it is they're talking about? Raise your hand. What are they talking about? What are these activities? What is this tracker? What is this thing? So I'm going to give you the lowdown. So grab your pen. Yes, this is being recorded. And yes, we're going to be there. So we actually already have a thread going that blows up all day. Can I get a high five on that, Team TCB? That thing blows up all day. And I want to go ahead and get this out of the way with a disclosure. You can turn off your notifications and go and read it later. So there are people who've left the run and missed out because their notifications were going off and they didn't know there was a silent button. So I'm just going to say, don't be that person. Just if you cannot read that stuff all day, all of us can't. We just read it when we can, and you'll catch up. So everybody got that. Want to make sure I tell that. Okay. So the key to this run is tracking your activity. And what I want you guys to know is that we don't focus on the results. We focus on the activity. Does everybody understand that? So it's no longer your job to close the deal. It's no longer your job to wrap a deal up. It is only your job to get them to where we're going to teach you to go, and that is to the activity. And so I have to give a shout out to Justin Prince. He's the one that taught me this run. We added a little bit of different things and flares and the MVP Weekly and all that good stuff. But the gist of this run, Justin Prince taught me. And so it flat out works. The very first time we did this, that I did this run was last fall, and we had 14 promotions. And Justin Prince himself, and y'all can ask him, he said it was the most successful 90-day run he'd ever been a part of. So do y'all think that it works then? So are you ready to get out of your way and just do it? There's a reason why these guys are so excited and so fired up. What you don't know is how hard it was for Brandy and Lisa and those guys. If this would have been the beginning, you wouldn't believe how much they've grown since the beginning and who you just heard. So if you guys can get that. So, okay, everybody ready to write. So we have a tracker, and everyone is going to print it off. You're going to print off 3 of them. It looks like this. And what you're going to track is your activity. So what do we do here at Modere? Social retail. So what we're doing is growing a business from our phone. So what we're going to do is track that activity. So how do you get more people in your funnel? How do you get more people watching what you're doing, commenting on your post? You grow your audience. So what Justin designed is a run to grow your audience and your interaction and your conversations and your relationships. This is relationship marketing. So the 5 categories are new conversations. That means striking up a new conversation with someone. For me, you're going to set your own goals. This is kind of confusing for people when they start this run. You set your goals. So down here at the bottom where it has the blanks, you're going to tell yourself, I want to hold myself accountable for 1 new conversation a day, 2 new conversations a day, 3, whatever fits into your wheelhouse that you want to set your personal goal for. The next one is Facebook friends. So you're going to learn how to grow your Facebook friends. There are people in this run that are posting in our thread that have added 3, 4, 500 friends in this 90-day run. Get your brain around that. And guess who's buying from them? Those 500 friends. So you're just expanding. And guys, it only takes getting 1 new friend that just opens the floodgates to all these people that you're like, oh my gosh. I mean, my floodgates have opened. I thought I had dried up my suggested friends. We're going to teach you how to do all that. But I don't know who it was I friended, but it opened a floodgate of just tons of contacts. And I had 3 new conversations today with 3 brand new people. The next one is add to Facebook groups. That's ATM. How many people a day do you want to ATM into the Facebook pages that we have? Follow up with leads. How many follow-up leads a day do you want to set a goal for yourself? And then post daily, either in the chat to show that you're active in the group, and post daily on your Facebook page or in the group or whatever. It's just showing that you're present and plugged in. And so for me, all of my numbers are 2. Go figure. 2 a day. So all of my numbers are 2. And that's what works for me. Now, do I get 2 every day? No. So believe it or not, I have some zeros on my tracker. But at least I worked at it and I tracked it and I did what I was supposed to do. But the next day I may get 8 or 4 or 5 or whatever. So you're following me there on what we're talking about the tracker. Nod your head if I'm making sense about what it is we're tracking. We're actually tracking the activities, not the results. And you're going to learn a whole new way of doing some of these things. So you're going to print off 3 of these, and there's 1 for each month. So everybody understand about the tracker and how we use that. This tracker goes in my planner, and it goes everywhere I do. And I make notes at the bottom. I still have my from Justin's run, and there are notes on just every page. I mean, this is where I keep up with a lot of my follow-ups. All those good things. I'm telling you, you start tracking your results, you're going to know exactly what you're doing. And guess this, you're going to know exactly what you're not doing. But if you just focus on these activities, the results are going to come. So everybody understand that we do a tracker and all that good stuff.
Can I add something quick? You're on a roll. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I have to. Really quick, you guys, something else. There's one thing that I really, really think there would be a lot of value in adding to that tracker, and that is three-way chats. Okay? Three-way chats. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Three-way chats have been really, really good for those people that have, you know, just for that third-party validation, and for people that are looking for some help with closing a sale or closing a social marketer. I would encourage you guys to put that on the tracker as well.
Yeah. And, you know, there's a lot of people every day in the chat that go in and say 4 new friends, 3 new conversations, 1 new lean body system. They go in and every day and they kind of throw what they've done that day. So that's and we're just there cheering them on going, golly, you know, that's incredible. So here's the way it's going to work. So this is Lisa Cox's organization. And so there's Lisa kind of has, she has another leg outside of the leaders that are in this run. So there's kind of the Creeks leg, and then there's Sue Clemens' leg. And then Sue kind of has, and Lisa has another leg that's going to be joining here. So the way it's going to work is the elites in this run are going to get together each week and kind of compile what's going on, like who stood out that week, who brought in social marketers, who brought in the most customers, who was blowing up the three-way chats, who was active, who was just on that week and just brought it. And we're going to decide each week, 2 MVPs, just like we're currently doing. And those MVPs will head up the next Monday night Zoom. Our Zooms are Monday nights at 7 Central Time. And we all are just programmed to do that now. But we're going to be deciding. And so we usually decide that on Sunday morning is when we know. And so that gives you 2 full days to prepare. Now, here's the deal. You are responsible for 20 minutes of this Zoom. And you can get on there and tell us what you're doing. You can bring on guest speakers. You get to pick your topic. I mean, it is truly stretching you outside of your comfort zone, because I can tell you we've had 11 weeks. And it's been 11 incredible weeks of just getting to know these people and hearing their story. And every single person brought value to the Monday night Zoom. And it's awesome. So this is your chance to basically for the cream to rise and to find that talent and that we didn't even know someone had. That's just a gifted speaker, or, has this incredible system that they have to, just approach people or even start the conversation or whatever. So we're going to be doing that. So we talked about that. Each person. Okay, so here's the next thing. Everybody that's going to be in this run, what you need to do is set your monthly goals. So I want you to write down what your monthly goal is for April, and then what your monthly goal is for the entire, what your goal is for the 3-month run. And be real with yourself. Make it something that is achievable, that's going to push you. But write down, in April, I want to be this. I want to bring in 2 new social marketers and 5 new customers. Set yourself a goal and go and reach that goal on top of these activities. So write down what your April goal is, and then what your goal is for the entire run. And then when May gets here, you'll set your May goal. We talked about the feed is on there. The constant feed is very, very active, and that's a place where you do it. So what we do each month when it's all over is we do recognition, and it is super fun. Raise your hand, Team CCB. If you guys, and what we do is we usually get a guest on there, and we recognize everyone who completed their tracker, everybody who went live, if you got new social marketers, and if you promoted. And so we have special recognition for that. And then we have what's called a Hall of Famer. And that's just the one person who just stood out above all the rest for that month. And so there's just a constant reason to just keep pushing yourself. So even after you secure an MVP spot, keep going, because now you can run for Hall of Famer, because the Hall of Famer is going to be which one of the best MVPs was overall the best for the entire month. And so everybody understands how the MVP is determined. It's really just that person that's just stood out that week. Just everything fell in place. and everything just was like right on. And everything that they've done led up to that week. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the explosion when it happens. And so that's the MVP. And it's just so good to watch these new leaders be born and to get outside their comfort zone and to grow. And that's what the whole thing is to stretch you. Because everybody here knows in this run, if you're not being stretched, you're just coasting. You're just coasting by. You are not growing. You're just sitting still and just in the same place. So if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. And so we've all learned that, and we all know that. And so that's why when they get MVP, not one has said, I don't want to do it. Even as painful as it was, as hard as it was, they did it. And so this is what's come of it. Okay, so is everybody understanding? Because now it's time for homework. And I'm giving you the homework that this group did before we got started. That's why we wanted to have this Zoom a week and a half before we actually get started. We've got a holiday in there, and we want to make sure that everybody has the same amount of time to do this. Are you ready for the homework? Hello, anybody awake? All right. First of all, are you going to commit to this run? That's your first homework assignment. Are you committing? If you are committing, it is your job to get with your upline director and say, I'm in, I'm printing the tracker, put me on the list. I'm in it to win it, and I will not quit. The second thing, print 3 trackers, 1 for each month, April, May, June. The next thing is set your goals, your goal for April and your goal for the entire run, where you see yourself, what you want out of this, and what you know you're capable of doing. The next thing is you're going to watch 2 movies. We all watched these 2 movies before we got started, and they are The Pursuit of Happiness and Moneyball. So we all watched those movies, and it set the tone for this run, and it played a part in why this has been so successful. And then the last thing is we all are reading a book called, Lisa was holding it up. Lisa, hold it up. It's called Dare to Dream, Work to Win, and it's by Dr. Tom Barrett. And that is the book that we read during this run. And so we may do another book since some of us read that one. But for those of you who've never read that book, that is the book that I want you to get and read. It is a super easy read, and it's really going to help you define like what puts the jelly in your donut. I mean, how it's going to tell you exactly how to do this business. And if you've never done this business before, that book is a must, an absolute must. So with that being said, that's it. And what you're going to do is let your upline director know if you're in, print the tracker, do those homework assignments, and we will actually have a kickoff call maybe on the 2nd. This run starts April the 2nd. And we will kick it off then, but we'll probably have some kind of grand kickoff or something like that. We're going to add twists and turns in this. We've got prizes. There's no telling where this will go. We're gonna throw some fire on it, and so there's going to be lots of short little contests. One thing that we've done that's a lot of fun is the Too Hot selfie. We love dropping the selfies for when we get customers and social marketers. And so there's always a super fun activity going on within the activities. And I can tell you that if you do this and you do it right, it will change your life. So I'm going to turn off the recording now, and then we can